Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second game of the final game of the first week of Super Metroid Random League Season 1. Or, not Season 1, we're on Season 4 or 5 now. I forget, it's been too many years. There's been so much Super Metroid in my life. We have ourselves PHMR Reunited, going up against, once again, against Wondrous Wave Enjoyers. We got Nitro and Sasha Boss against Sasquatch and Marku. I am Leno, joined once again by Craze Gamer on tracking. And I am not getting any audio from any of our feeds. Chat, are you also not getting audio? Well, that's okay. We can figure that out. In the meantime, our runners are heading down to the Morph Ball pedestal. Hey, we have audio now. All right, and our first item today is, well, one of these two is going to be a Morph Ball. We got Vanilla Morph Ball for player 1. We got a Reserve Tank for player 1, or Vanilla Morph Ball for player 2, Reserve Tank for player 1. You think after doing a couple of these, you remember which one is player 1 and which one is player 2. No, I'm going to keep forgetting. We have Major Minor Split still in effect for the final game. So all major locations, all of your major items and energy tanks and reserve tanks will be major. All of your missiles, super missiles, power bombs will still be missiles, super missiles, and power bombs. And we have bombs in the ceiling for player 2. And there was a little bit of a technical hiccup in between game 1 and game 2, which is why we had a slight delay on starting game 2. Apologies for that, but we are well underway now. Nitro with the power bomb pack, gonna check meme route item. It's a missile. And back up. Sasquatch gonna do the same. Will be another missile. And Sasha taking the bomb. Gonna take the brains item. And that is the super missile for player 1. And their own super is at Mother Brain for player 1. Okay. But we might be hitting the weird connection issue that Nitro and Sasha had experienced in game 1. So that second super missile pack has not sent quite yet. Oh, Nitro tried to hero shot that last pirate. Hit one of the platforms, but that's alright. Sasho about to enter Bomb Terizo. And we get an energy tank there. And because Sasho has bombs, must actually sit and do this Bomb Terizo fight. Get a reserve tank for Bomb Terizo's troubles. Ugh. That's 2 reserves now for player 1 in the first 5 minutes of the game. That's probably not what our runners want to see. Especially with no energy tanks. Alright, Nitro still has not received those super missiles yet. And Nitro's going to go to Gauntlet and see what the item is. Without a means of escape, this is going to be a reset. So Nitro's hoping that this item belongs to the partner. Meanwhile, Sasha Bosch without power bombs is going to do it the long way with just normal bombs. Sasquatch, meanwhile, is going to get the grapple beam for Marku at Terminator. And Marku is going to make the play to Gauntlet. All right. So Sasquatch is going to be the only one of our players not doing Gauntlet for this time. And it's their own E-Tank. They can't keep it. So a little unfortunate. Sasquatch ended up making the right call not going, but we'll see if Sasquatch goes for that later. And player 2's Gauntlet is also an energy tank, but for player 1. Oh, screw attack for player 2 in player 1 Bryn Reserve. That's actually going to make getting through the Gauntlet very easy for Marku. We'll see if Marku decides to follow this through. Has plenty of energy. Only lost about 50 on the... Okay. Marku, you have enough for this? Oh, X-Ray. Okay. X-Ray at Akuns for player 1. Well, at players 1 for player 2. Yeah, still no connection. So Nitro and Sasho either haven't realized... But once this screw attack tries to transfer, they will realize it, so they will correct it after that. Yep, and there's Sasho. Okay, there we go. There's the items. Technology is a wonderful thing when it works. Sadly, these things are just not perfect. Indeed, Prism Lizard technology is the best and worst thing. I will 100% agree with that. Alright, Sasquatch at Big Pink, or at Wave Guy, I should say. Looks like we went on just a couple pixels too far. Again, just a couple pixels too far. Oh, just a couple pixels too far that time. Still one or two up too far. That one looked good, except just didn't shoot. Alright, last shot. Did he get it? No, he didn't get it. Alright, so Sasquatch is going to have to come back for this item. That, there's a couple setups you can do for that gate. Only one of them is really free. If you don't have high jump boots, there is no guarantee. I mean, there is a pretty reliable setup, but it still depends on, like, movement. So Sasquatch is going to go... Probably going to try this again. Once you get a couple more missiles and take out the Mega Side Hopper. Nitro, meanwhile, has 23 attempts at this. Gets it first try. And Charge Beam for player 1. Sasquatch really wants to get this. Does not want to waste any more time trying to attempt this. That would look good. Oh, I think Sasquatch is shooting too soon. Oh, that message prompt might have actually helped. Yeah, Sasquatch got it. And Sasquatch, very grateful, gets the charge beam, and meanwhile, Sasho gets a spring ball from Wavegate. This is not a best of 3, so runners on each team have to run 2 games per league week. It just so happens that both players are running both games for their series this week. Nitro and Sasho are running games 1 and game 2 for this week. Sasquatch and Mark are running games 1 and game 2 for their team as well. So it's not a best of series, so to speak. It's just 2 games that all of them happen to be racing. And next week, when we're not in co-op format, we'll see more divergence like this. Energy tank at Spazer on player 1 side. And there's the spring ball now for Marku, so both player 2s have spring ball. And Sasho going for early X-ray. This is bold, with screw attack on even. Actually, this might just be a power bomb refill. Not sure what the... No? Sasho? Oh, Sasho's got grapple. What am I talking about? Sasho can easily do X-ray. And player 1's Ice Beam is at player 2's Charge Beam. All right. An E-Tank. Sasho was probably hoping that went for Nitro. Nitro needs to be a little bit careful here. Mini Kraid, the true boss of Zeebs, will one-shot Nitro with no suits. Yeah, this is round 2. Both of these teams decided to do both games back-to-back. In fact, most of the teams this week have opted to do back-to-back races. Only a few exceptions where they didn't. A-Team's races, for example, earlier this week, they were on consecutive days, not back-to-back. Same time slot. And blinked if you miss it, Kraid quick kill for Nitro. And we get an E-Tank. I'm sure Nitro is having some flashbacks from Game 1, wondering, where the heck is my energy? Sasquatch just missing quick kill for Kraid. We're going to a dance. E-Tank in Kraid's closet, and Sasquatch gets the E-Tank from Kraid. And Sasho gonna go to wreck ship. I'm a little surprised by this. It worked out pretty good in game 1. But we'll see what happens with game 2. Yeah, and Exact Science in chat kind of echoing that. Like, both runners in game 1 went to wreck ship, I think. Yeah, I think they did in game 1. It did work out for him in game 1, but game 2 looking like wreck ship is not the play. This is a Norfair setup with this. But we'll see if it works out. And just like that, Ice Beam at player 1 for player 2. That is a lower Norford setup now. Just needs some way to lava dive. And Sasho is well on the way to Ridley. Marku on the way to Kraid. Sasquatch going to Norfair. Player 1's own X-Ray is at high jump boots. I'm sure our runners would be okay if they had Plasma Beam, because they are one step away from a microwave setup. And Nitro's going to leave Norfair. Nitro did not do the save scum of the Ice Beam, instead just went right in. This could be a refill moment and then head back, but I suspect this might be a wreck ship play for Nitro. And Sasquatch is heading to Ice Beam at the right time, is going to get Marku's Varia suit. And I think we see Marku just go straight to Norfair after this. Reserve tank for Kraid at player 2. And tune down for player 2 on Sasho's side. And yeah, Nitro's going up. This is going to be a wreck ship play for Nitro. Sasquatch, you have power bombs. You should just not stay in the lava. Leave the room. You're dead. Yeah, that didn't work as well as I thought would. Did take the save, though, so Marku does still have the Varia suit. Meanwhile, Marku found Plasma Beam at Kraid's closet. With 4 tanks and the reserve, Sasquatch going to Bubble Mountain. Tanking a hit from a Disgiga, less than optimal. Or less than ideal, I should say, not optimal. That's not the thing to say there. Oh, Sasquatch does not have enough to Crystal Flash. This is going to be an issue. I don't think Sasquatch is going to make it through this room here. Oh, Marco's stream froze up a little bit. We will never see what is at the Ice Beam now, unless we get the PowerPoint presentation. Sasho going through Spiky Room of Death. Gets through. Well, whatever was at Ice Beam for Marku, it did not belong to Sasquatch, because Sasquatch would have picked it up already. So it was a Marku item. Sasho, seeing the energy tank item, says no. And just resets. Oh! Sasquatch got an item. I didn't see what the Sasquatch received. Oh, that was Varia suit. Sasquatch has Varia suit now. That must have been the item from Ice Beam. Alright, Sasquatch going back to Bubble Mountain. This time, no fear of death. So that must have been the player 2's Ice Beam that held the Varia suit for player 1. Which means Sasho going up now really looks suspicious. Well, not really suspicious, but probably not quote-unquote the correct routing. Oh, and we see a gravity suit for Marku. Sasho, you need to use a power bomb, or shoot it with wave beam. It's gonna look like that. Heat tank, okay. There is an issue with multi-world and item graphics carried over from SMZ3. And tuned down now for Nitro. That's 2 bosses for Nitro. Wreck ship reserved for player 2. Oh, did Sasho scout that? Oh, Sasho did scout that. I think it was an E-tank. Yeah, I think it was an E-tank. Sasho not gonna be able to pick that up, but it's likely gonna be for nothing. Alright, Marku's stream has gone full PowerPoint presentation. We will see the next slide soon. Wave beam for player 1 at player 2's gravity suit. One could say wreck ship not really the ideal play this time. And like I said, it worked out really well in game 1. Game 2, probably not as much. We get an E-tank at wave beam there. Get a vanilla E-tank at player 1's wreck ship energy tank item. Nitro now receiving that wave beam. Oh, Nitro has Spazer. I didn't see when that was picked up. You can tell by the beam shape that Nitro has Spazer. Yeah, I did not see when that was picked up. And now Nitro's in a really good energy position. Is Sasho running on 0 beams? Yeah, Sasho's running on no beams. Question in chat, does Sasquatch know bootless dive? Well, he's going for it. Doesn't have high jump boot. Doesn't have gravity suit. And Sasquatch is going for it. Yeah, he's setting up to actually go for it. Is that... Oh, okay. Looking good. Oh, just missed that wall jump. Okay. Oh, didn't spin jump there. Okay. Yeah, that looks really, really close there on Sasquatch. I thought he had that. 72 energy left. Sasquatch completes the lava dive, is heading to Lower Norfair. Nicely done there by Sasquatch. And this is why all of us watch these tournaments, these leagues, these matches, for things just like that. Is this in logic? No. I don't think high jumpless lava dive is in logic in any of these settings for League this year. Meanwhile, Player 1's own speed booster is at Wreck Ship Gravity Suit. That's only going to matter if Waterway is required, or if... No, only if Waterway is required. Sasho finally has a beam, has plasma. I think this is Marku's stream doing this. I'm going to take a peek real quick and see if we're getting PowerPoint on there as well. No. Marku's stream up and running. Oh, no, I take that back. No, we're getting PowerPoint presentation on Marku's direct stream as well. However, pulling up Marku's tracker, Marku has a tracker on stream. Morph Ball, Varia Suit, Bombs, Gravity Suit, Screw Attack, Plasma. That's what Marku has. And yep, there's Player 2's Gravity Suit at the Ice Beam. That makes sense. Yeah, chat brings up a good point. Sasquatch probably wants to hit those reserves manually. And Nitro taking that speed booster, going directly to Waterway. Oh, that's gonna be a death. Almost a death. Should have been a death. Sasquatch got super lucky. Waterway is just an E-tank. But now Nitro now has the Varia suit. So Nitro is in a go -1 situation. Sasho needs ammo. Looks like 35, 35, and 10. Yeah, Sasquatch is... Sasquatch has a little bit of an issue here. Oh, and has to do the spring ball jump unless Sasquatch wants to do the really dumb frame pixel perfect wall jump without high jump boots. This wall jump sucks. It's no bueno. It's no bueno. I wonder if Sasquatch knows the spring ball jump method. I'm guessing not, if Sasquatch is doing this. Oh, Marku's setting up for a gravity jump on the Namihei. That's, I haven't seen that one before. About a week ago, one player spent 24 minutes on this wall jump in SM Rat. Ouch. Vanilla Reserve at Player 2's Norfair Reserve. Yeah, it's a tough jump. Oh, and Player 2's Space Jump Boots is at X-Ray. Okay, so Marku is gonna... If Marku hasn't already finished Lava Dive, Marku is now through Lava Dive. Well, no, I take that back. Marku would have been through Lava Dive. Sasho... now has Space Jump, can do full Lava Dive. I think we see Sasho go straight for LN after this. Question in chat, who won game 1? That would be the Wondrous Wave Enjoyers? Nitro heading back down to Lower North Fair. Okay. Yeah, I think Marku's internet connection or Twitch. I don't know if it's day and why. You can always blame Twitch for something, but this might be Marku's internet connection just wreaking havoc. Nothing you can do about that. Sasquatch, meanwhile, still in worst room in the game, trying to do the climb. That looks good. Oh, there we go. Still has to be careful. He is one hit from death from anything. Now can do a Crystal Flash. Has enough to Crystal Flash. He must have farmed some pirates for some ammo right there. It's just going to Crystal Flash in Mickey Mouse's room. Okay. I wonder why the game didn't prioritize health, though. Oh. That's why Marku got... Sasquatch didn't farm. Marku got him an item. That's why. Oh, Sasquatch, this is really bad. Okay, you gotta turn around and bail now. Okay, well, this is one way to do it. Not having high jump boost for amphitheater and not beating the acid on the way up, usually really, really bad. Sasquatch survived. We got a vanilla E-Tank at Fireflea. This one's for the partner. Meanwhile, Nitro just picked up the speed booster item and is now retreating. Sasho. I'm not normally one to question the routing decisions that a player would make, but why are you doing Croc and not Lower Norfair? I mean, always been on Croc. Hey, let's see what Croc has today. Probably looking for Charge Beam. Saying Sasho is looking for an item to help Nitro through Lower Norfair. I guess that's possible. Nitro's got... Oh, you know what? Nitro probably can't do high jumpless lava dive. That might be why. Sasho's looking for something to do the lava dive for Nitro. And also more power bombs. Oh yeah, more power bombs would be helpful too. Doing Lower Norfair on 5? No bueno. Question in chat, what happens after sending an item? This was nicely explained by Prism Blizzard in chat, but if you die and you've already picked up an item for your partner still has that item. It's only when it's your own item would that item be lost. And looks like Ridley is dead on Marku's side. Nicely done. Let's see if PowerPoint will be kind enough to show us what the item is. High jump boots for player 2. Okay, at Ridley. Oh, the... Ooh, okay. That's a little telling. That means player 2 logically needs gravity and space jump to lava dive. Or just gravity, but they still need it. Wait, they have a worse room item. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's a little disgusting. Oh, Croc has Wave Beam for player 2. Sasho has not received it yet. These Disgigas kind of hurt there, Sasquatch. You should be a little bit more careful. Okay, there you go. Power Bob's Shame has a player 2 Super Missile Pack. Nitro's going straight for grapple. Nitro does not care what the miners are. Only wants to see grapple. Yeah, the Giant Disc Giga is hit for 80. That's actually the least amount of damage other than the multi-violas, or the violas. But of all the big enemies in Lower Norfair, they actually hit the least. Holtz hits for a ton. The Key Hunters hit for a ton. High jump for player 1 at Croc, at grapple. So 2 major items, both convenience items. But now Nitro can do the lava dive. With no assist. Sasquatch showing off the Tickle Beam strat, the farming beam strat in Lower Norfair. And Nitro on his way to Lower Norfair as well. Sasquatch right in front of Ridley. Let's see how much he farms up. Yep, always bet on Croc. Oh, I did not see what Sasquatch just picked up from Marku there. There's some supers. That Suitless Meridia load up for player 1. That is true, yeah. Grapple, Spring Ball, Ice Beam. Yeah, that's a Suitless Meridia loadout. Imagine Crocomire being required because of the high jump boots. Bootless Suitless is something no one would ever wish on their worst enemy. A reserve tank at player 1 screw attack. With 48 supers, Nitro's gonna just cruise through Lower Norfair. Oh, Sasquatch, Ridley is dead, but if you're not careful, so are you. We're probably gonna see Rage Ridley and then Ridley explode. Yeah, Ridley is dead on Sasquatch's side. Ooh, that was close. That could have ended so much worse. GG's, though, for Sasquatch for getting Ridley down. Marku at Crocomire. Always bet on Croc. but a nice bailout energy tank. So Sasquatch now has 2 bosses down? Yeah, Sasquatch didn't do Rick Ship yet, right? Yeah. So Sasquatch has 2 down, 2 to go. Wondrous Wave Enjoyers are going to have 3 bosses down each momentarily. Yep, Sasho not quite in go mode yet. We need Speed Booster, Ice Beam, or another pack of Power Bombs. Ideally, Sasho wants Ice Beam or Speed. Oh, but you know what? Sasho still needs Charge Beam. Sasho's not an ammo go yet either. And as we hit the 41-minute mark, let's give a reminder. Please give our runners a follow. They're putting on a great show for you today. You can also give my tracker, Crazed Gamer, pulling massive duty to do all 4 players today, all by himself. His namesake says it all. He's crazy. He's a Crazed Gamer. Give him a follow. You can follow me as well, if you want. I'm just the guy with the mic today. But they're the ones you definitely want to give the attention to. Nitro spamming all the supers at Ridley's face. And Ridley's dead for Nitro. That's 3 bosses down now. Get the Harubi missile check. We get a supers for Sasquatch. Sasquatch is sitting at 25.75. Sasquatch is an ammo go. Meanwhile, Nitro has 11 energy tanks. 11 of the 14. Oh, there's player 2 Spazer at the Fire Flea. Oh, Sasho forgot to turn the plasma back on. Whoops, there we go. Let's see here. Sasquatch, what are you gonna do? I think you're heading towards Crocomire. Did Nitro check Norfair Reserve? I don't remember. Well, let's see if Marku's stream is doing any better. Yeah, it looks like it's running better on Marku's end. Could just be an issue with the restream. Like the actual restream software, whatever they're using for capturing the stream. Some issue with Marku's stream is actually causing an issue. It's hard to say at this point. Regardless, though, Marku heading towards Meridia. Oh, actually, is that the case? We can let's check that real quick. Looks like Marku is streaming at 720 quality. I'm not sure what the bitrate set to. That could be a thing. Yeah, that could be a thing. Stream of 6,000? Oh yeah, that might be that could be part of it. 6,000 kilobits. That's a hefty load. Sasquatch now done with Crocomire. The bones crumble. Exact Science, I don't think you're going to find too many people who say the original composition is worse than the remix that they use in Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime used more instruments and by default has like a higher audio quality, but I think the actual arrangement in the original Super Metroid is so much better for Lore and Warfare than Prime's Magmore Caverns. That's a song I could listen to for hours. And sometimes I have. Meanwhile, Nitro and Sasho both in Meridia. Nitro is going to do the suitless Meridia variety. Sasho just going to spaceship the way through. No, you're right. It's not Gerudo Valley. Gerudo Valley is also a great song from Ocarina of Time. And Sasquatch now has the Wave Beam. I think. Nope, no Wave Beam yet. Never mind. No, Nitro, you killed your crab. Oh, player 2's charge beam is in left sandpit, because of course it is. It's a great spot for it. So now Sasho still needs some way to bot tune. Ice Beam or Speed Booster or another pack of Power Bombs. And Sasho's going to Shack Tool. Oh boy, here we go. There is player 2's Ice Beam. At Mama Turtle for player 1. That is now go mode for Sasho. Full beam combo. Nitros, however, would still like Gravity Suit. I suspect that's why Nitro is continuing on to Shack Tool, just to see if Gravity Suit's here. It is definitely possible that Gravity Suit is at this location. What? Is this even randomized game? What is this? Never change, Shack Tool. Never change. Alright, Nitro's going up the right side door. Hey, Mount Everest. Gonna do a spring ball jump from the door. Okay, looking good there. Now we're going to grapple swing up. And Sasquatch going down to Mama Turtle. This is going to be the Ice Beam for Marku. And that'll put Marku in go mode. Sasquatch, however, would love some additional items. You know, like a suit. You need to shoot the children, Sasquatch. There you go. There's Marku's Ice Beam. You know, it's hard to believe with the semi-divergent routing that both players of Wondrous Wave and Joyous have done, that they're basically in the same room at the same time. Right now. Microwave the Sneck. Alright, now let's see if the Suitless Meridia paid off for Nitro. It probably does. I have to imagine this is required. Oh no, it's player 2 speed booster? That could mean player 2's waterway is in play now? Oh no. Anybody got cursed bets going on? And yeah, it could still be left sandpit. It could definitely still be left sandpit or shack tool for player 1. Nitro's probably not checking either of those locations. He's just gonna go. Nice microwave by Sasho. And it's all bosses down now for Sasho boss. Just a reserve tank at player 2 Space Jump. Oh, speaking of Space Jump, Marco just picked it up for Sasquatch. Alright, so Nitro's going to have to grapple swing and then spring ball jump out. Alternatively, we'll have to do a Crystal Flash setup, but I think the grapple swing is far more likely from Nitro. Player 2's charge was... Yes, left sandpit for player 2. Thank you. Thank you, Exact Science. I knew it was recent. And with how much extra time Sasha Boss has on Nitro from finishing, Sasha Boss will make extra checks. We might see a Shack Tool play from Sasha, but based on the routing, I would say probably not. We probably just see Plasma and then go. Did Sasquatch save? I don't think so, but at this point, Bot Swoon is not a threat. Sasquatch will survive. Oh, I take that back. Ooh. Sasquatch, you need to back up. Oh. No. Yeah, this lack of ammo is not doing good. Okay, they did save an aqueduct. Wait, was that Norfair? That was Norfair. Sasquatch is back at the lava dive elevator. Oh no, so that's a Ridley kill undone. Oh man, that essentially just puts the nail in the coffin for this one here. Alright, so what else did Sasquatch lose? Well, Sasquatch has Space Jump, because that was picked up from the partner. Oh man, that is so unfortunate. Well, Space Jump was picked up by Marku, I thought. So, did Sasquatch just forget? Wait, did he just do the wall jump without high jump boots? Sasquatch, you madman. You absolute mad lad. Yeah, there is definitely no high jump boots there, and not using Space Jump, so I'm guessing Sasquatch doesn't have Space Jump. And Sasho's going to go for Waterway. This is probably the last check Sasho does before going to Turian. Wonderous Wave Enjoyers won the first game. Looking like they're going to win the second game and close out week 1 of Randall League. And I actually need to step away real quick, so I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, chat. I have returned. Looks like Sasha Bosch just missed out on baby skip. Nitro just got to the baby. And Sasquatch has re-killed Ridley here. Gravity Player was in Player 2's Waterway? Oh! So it was Waterway. Okay. Okay, we are going to get a preemptive in the booth by Sasquatch. GG Sasquatch.
GG's.
It's a little unfortunate.
I'm marked as forfeit, right?
Not on Restream quite yet. We'll get into that in a second here. So, I saw you're on a time constraint here, so we'll do this quickly. Real quick, I saw your comments about how your thoughts on how bad the seed was. How bad did you really think it was here? It was.
It wasn't great. I mean, going down to lower Norfair without high jump. I forgot I had spring ball, but I mean, already kind of risky.
Right.
And then now knowing where speed and
yep, you were right
grav
next
was.
to that. Yep, you were right next to that speed booster, which is so unfortunate. Real quick, going back to game one, both you and Marku had an untimely death. I forget where they were exactly. How did that affect your mindset going forward with the rest of that one and going into this one?
I mean, it's Marku's first time, in an actual race setting.
Mm-hmm. Hasn't Marku done Prime community races before, or Echoes?
I don't believe so.
Oh, no, that's just casual multi-world then. My mistake. I thought Marku had done some of the community races before.
No. So, he, right off the bat already was a little flustered, didn't set his controls, had to go back. And then, both of us taking a timely death and then having, I'd say our performance wasn't ideal. But
that is what it is. That's just how races and randomizers go sometimes. You can make what is objectively the correct play and still come up on the losing end. And you can have someone who's experienced make tons of mistakes and they somehow still win. Like it's really like a per seed situation. So I get where you're coming from with your execution, but you pulled off number one, high jumpless lava dive, crazy. Number two, on the redo for Lower Norfair, you did high jumpless worst room. You crazy
Yep.
insane fool. No, you get mad props for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
I definitely have done a lot of tech practice, even though I'm a little bit new to the racing scene for Super. You know, I did the Chuzo tournament. And
Yep,
I mean,
you and your teammate Baja Blood, yeah, and
Marku,
you
yeah.
did both of you did quite well in that tournament. Make no mistake, you both did quite well in that tournament. I'm looking forward to more of you. How do you feel about going into week 2 next week, which is full area countdown with vanilla bosses?
I like area. I very much like area. So I'm feeling pretty good. And you know, the thing about area too, as opposed to major minor, is you have a lot more options for divergence.
Right.
And you know, that's what I do like that very much about area.
Yep. You might have noticed I pinged you with a seed to quote unquote try out It's a Dumpster Fire. Don't play it. Like don't play it. Don't play it. It's bad.
But yeah, coming back to your question a little bit ago about how we were feeling in that first race. Definitely, I mean, with Marku's nerves, you know, normally once I get going, my nerves calm quite a bit. Marku getting flustered, though, that definitely kind of rolls off onto me.
And that's understandable. I mean, that's gonna be part of race nerves, you know, like kind of a new setting. I mean, that will pass. That will pass in time. Like I'm feeling really confident about your team and your performance and what you're gonna do this league season. But real quick though, Nitro and Sasho getting in the ship at almost the same time, finishing off the race. Nitro with a 106.48 race time GG time, Sasho with a 106.59 race time GG time, and Sasquatch and Marco, you both threw in the towel, obviously. So GG's to Nitro and Sasho here on the win.
Yeah, GG's for sure.
So at the end of game 1, I honestly thought Marku had an emulator crash, because what I thought I saw on stream was the game feed pause, and I thought I saw a mouse cursor, which indicated to me that pulled up the interface on SNES 9X. And then we saw the screen go blank, like, oh no, Marku's whole emulator crashed, and you're still going, and it's like there's some kind of weird technical issue, and they're about to finish, like, okay, well, that's partially frustrating. We're just gonna throw in the towel on that one. But I guess it was just an OBS issue.
Yeah, I mean, he checked stream preview, didn't seem to be dropping frames, looked okay on OBS's side, so I don't know what happened there.
Okay. Well, luckily that wasn't a crazy issue going into game 2. But we're going to see if we can get Nitro and Sasho in here for an interview.
I think Sasha said they didn't have time for an interview.
Yeah, I think I saw that as well, yeah.
I know Marku's not too keen on jumping in here.
Yep, which is perfectly fine. Nobody is ever obligated to do a post-race interview.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Nitro wants to hop in or not. But yeah, any other thoughts about game 1 or game 2 before we send you on your way?
Not really. I mean, one of the things Marco and I definitely talked about during the race, especially with that death in the second race. Safety saves. Safety saves are a must.
Yep.
Especially when you're going to places, you know, and going into Aqueduct with the ammo and health that I had, I definitely should not have gone up. I should have farmed or at least saved.
And And I thought I saw Nitro, but Nitro's not in here quite yet. And yeah, Nitro joining us now in chat saying that the second seed was rough. Yeah, it like watching it, it was definitely a rough seed. That who would have thought Player One's Crockemeyer would have actually meant anything? It was oh man, hard suitless required. And we are now joined by Nitro in the booth. GG's Nitro.
So,
GG.
Well, you guys pulled off the quote-unquote sweep, winning Game 1 and Game 2. How did you feel about the seed for Game 2, Nitro?
oh man, yeah, that that was pretty bad, huh? We basically 100%ed, except for just like a few spots. Plasma, like my plasma, my shack, and that's it. And like, man, like that, you just had to go everywhere. That was rough. Yeah, the good news is our strategy was to just like not take any risks. So, like I wasn't going to do a bootless lava dive. We were just going to keep looking for items until we found what we needed. And ultimately, you know, that's you know, what's going to give us the win there. Cuz like it was a rough seed. It took us everywhere, but
Yeah.
we got through it at least.
Marku and I both committed to early lava dive.
Yeah. So did you all go down at the beginning? Because we also both went to wreck ship first. We did that both seeds. We just both went up right away. Which
we went down both seeds.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't think wreck ship was kind of empty in this second seed actually. Kind of was just a waste of time, except for player 1 speed, I think you got out of it. And that was about it. But yeah, you just had to. What was it? It was high jump that croc, right?
Yep, high jump was that croc.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the saving grace that let us continue. I mean, what a chain of items. I mean, that's just a crazy seed. Player 1 required suitless up to Botwoon to get player 2 speed, and they backtrack all the way to Waterway for the gravity. Of course, at that point, it barely matters. I was on the way out of Meridia by the time he got to gravity, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Oh, and then how about player 2's spring ball being vanilla? That was also fantastic.
Oh yeah, he was pretty upset about that.
So disgusting.
Yeah, we thought for sure gravity was gonna show up in spring ball, and then it was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was terrible too because player 2 didn't have a Botwoon item. He didn't get his Botwoon item until I made it to Mama Turtle suitless, which was that's just wild.
Oh.
And there's like pretty much no way around that because player 2's speed was behind my Botwoon, yeah. So you were kind of locked in behind Suitless Meridia.
Yeah.
Nitro, real quick, I noticed that you and Sasho were having some connectivity issues all throughout both matches.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's just the website because this has happened to me with several multi-worlds in the past where the site just stops sending items for like 5-10 minutes at a time. Usually it's at the start of the match.
Yeah,
But
I don't know what was wrong with it. It was something on Sasha's end, so pretty much he just had to like keep switching back to the tab with the room in it, and then when he would switch back, it would just send everything. So we would just have to do that every few minutes. He would just like literally have to tab out of his game, but
yeah. I was gonna say, and it's kind of tough if you don't have the screen real estate for it.
Yeah.
I know if you are able to keep that multi-world window in the focus, tends to be a lot better.
Yeah, I figured it was something like that because he was just working on one monitor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes if you only have one monitor, that's. I mean, you can only do with what you can work with, and that's
Yeah.
that is what it is.
Yeah, it honestly is pretty big advantage. I
Mm-hmm.
often, especially doing like full area seeds, be like, man, I wish I had a third monitor. You know?
Yeah. Just get the area
Yeah.
tracker up on
Yeah.
right in front of you there.
Yeah, because even with two, I'm like wanting to tab back and forth between a tracker and the race room. It's like,
Yeah.
and that's
I have.
if you only had one, you can't even do that. So.
Yeah. I have 4, but I sacrifice one to play on console. I kind of wish I had another one or a CRT.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you use one of your 4 monitors as a gaming monitor?
Yeah.
Console monitor? Nice.
Yeah.
What do you have for console options, Sasquatch? Like, if you could capture play on console, like, what do you have for options?
I play on a SNES Mini with an FX Pack Pro.
Nice. Oh, the SNES Mini, that just does HDMI output, right?
No, it's still the normal output.
Oh, is it? I must be thinking.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm thinking. You know what?
going-
I'm thinking the SNES Classic.
Yeah, I'm going composite to HDMI.
Mm.
I want to revamp that a little bit because it's not ideal, but it works.
All right. Well, any final thoughts from either of you two before we send you on your way?
Nope,
No,
GG's.
GG's. Yep, GG's was a good race. Oh, and
Oh.
for anyone wondering, Sasha, he couldn't join us because he has a cars race that he's doing right now, which you can kind of see on the restream.
Nope, that is quite all right. Sasso said he had a time constraint. Actually, I did have one more question for you. Next week, we have full area countdown with Vanilla Boss Shuffle, or Vanilla Bosses. How do you feel about your about week 2 next week, Nitro?
So week 2 is going to be our hardest week, for sure, because that is we are versus the Cat Girls, which is insanely strong team.
Yep.
We will do our best, pretty much. I think we got a shot. So
Until that final bell rings, you always have a shot.
Yep.
You never know what's going to happen with Randomizer.
Absolutely, we are going to do our best.
All right. Well, as a final reminder to chat, please give our runners a follow. They put on one heck of a race for you today. Also follow my crazy gamer tracker, Craze Gamer, for doing solo tracking on all 4 players today. The Madman. Follow Sasquatch for doing bootless lava dive with bootless worst room. The Mad Lad. Follow Sasho and Marco as well. Follow Nitro. Follow everyone. You can follow me as well if you want. That's okay. But that's going to close out week 1 of Super Metroid Random League. Coming up soon, we don't have much on the schedule right now, but in about 20 minutes, we have a Zelda 1 Randomizer League match on Speed Gaming 2. And then we have a Final Fantasy V Career Day tournament match coming up on Main at the top of the hour here. So definitely stay tuned and stick around and watch those if you so wish. But for now, that's going to do it for me. I am Leno. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next mission.
See you next mission.